everybody. This is day 2 of our Alaska adventure. Tom, you want to say good morning?
Good morning. Heading west on 10. We went 320 miles yesterday, and today we're only going to go a little bit less than 200 miles. And meeting up with Phil and Michelle.
Yeah, so we have some friends of ours, and they are embarking on this journey with us. So they're going to be convoying it all the way up to Alaska with us and their fifth wheel. So, safety in numbers. We're going to, besides having the good Lord on our side, we've got some great friends that we're going to be bonding for 6 months with. So today we are going to arrive to their house. And then we will spend tomorrow, kind of doing last minute things and making sure that both our rigs are ready. And then we will pull out Friday morning with our first stop, I think in Louisiana. So as you can see, I'll turn the camera around. It's a little bit of a overcast day.
Great driving.
Yeah, it's actually nice and cool, so it's not hot and the sun's not, well, the sun wouldn't be beating on our face right now since we're heading west. But yesterday, just to kind of give you a recap, for those who are curious about the route, obviously we live down in Melbourne, so what we did was we took I-95 north. And then we took the 295 bypass around Jacksonville and continued on to I-10. And basically, we're going to be on I-10 for probably a first good portion of our trek before we start to turn upwards towards Texas and then into Arizona. Arizona is going to be our first big stop, where we're going to explore the south rim of the Grand Canyon and a couple other things. So yeah, just wanted
to spoil it for him, babe.
Yeah, I don't wanna spoil it for you, but just trying to give you a heads up. Like, some of these intro videos may be a little unproductive, but there may be some tidbits that you find that are interesting that you like what we do to prep the RV to head out on such a big trip. So we'll kind of be sharing those little things with you along the route, and
give us your feedback.
Yeah, give us your feedback. If there's something that you would like to see, or something that might be exciting along our journey for us to check out, let us know. Last year we did a 2-month trip to pretty much all the way out to Montana, but we stopped along the way in Illinois to see my sister and Iowa to see my father. But one of the cool things that we found was a place I would have never known about it, but we got to talking with people at a campground, and they said, you have to stop at Casey, Illinois. And I was like, Casey, Illinois? I've never heard of it. Anyway, it's home of a bunch of World's Guinness Book of World Record structures. And so sure enough, we made it a point to stop there, and it was amazing. They had the world's largest mailbox. That I think in my what was that, in our intro clip that we posted, there were a couple of pictures on there. One was of Tom standing with the dog inside that mailbox. So it was pretty cool. They had a large pencil, a large ruler, a mouse trap, pretty neat place. So one of those little hidden gems in the US that you wouldn't really know about unless you kind of get out there and start looking for things. So yeah, let us know if you have ideas or things to see as we embark on our journey, or things you'd like to see, and we'll do our best to make that happen. So, anything else, love?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Well, we'll check in a little bit later. Bye. We arrived beautiful Navarre, Florida, and this is our view for the evening. We're at our friend's property, Phil and Michelle, before we get ready to pull out on Friday, but I just wanted to show you what a beautiful view they have of the bay. Definitely nature's beauty, and I think they have eagles that tend to land right up in that bare tree, if you will. So they have a lot of birds and such that come around and hang out in their area. It's very lovely. And again, the birds are chirping. It's very peaceful. Hi everyone. So we are on day 3 and we are still in Navarre, Florida, at Phil and Michelle's house, getting things finalized and squared away. Today, Michelle and I got up and went over to the commissary to get, you know, any last minute groceries that we needed to stock the fridge. And Tom and Phil made their quick trips to like Home Depot. So kind of eventful, but uneventful from, you know, sightseeing and exploring, etc., because this is still the finalized prep work. We pull out tomorrow and we will head to I think it's Baton Rouge as our first stop. I was going to give you kind of an idea of our route, so I don't know if you can see this, but this, it's an app that I use called RV Parky, and I use it to map out our route. And so let's see if I can maneuver this camera and record at the same time. But basically, this route will be our route going up, and then we're going to do a big circle in Alaska, drop down to Skagway, get on the ferry, and then end up in Bellingham, and then make our way down and then across. So that's really it. I was gonna also share a few things that we did before we left for our trip. Tom decided, you know, we have more pantry space than we do food space in the fridge. So what he did was, I bought him a canner, and he ended up taking hang on, I'll move the camera in a second. He ended up, hold it out, babe. He ended up canning pork and chicken and beef and even sweet carrots. So he's getting that out of the fridge now to show you. And then we made like chicken pot pie filler, and we call it Tom's Beanie Thing. So yeah, we ended up canning quite a bit of food. That way we could make room in the fridge and the freezer for more stuff. So, and some people go, what in the world are you going to make with canned chicken or canned pork? Or, well, you can make, you know, chicken or pork tacos. You can make open beef sandwiches. You can make stews. You can, there's all sorts of stuff you can make with that. So, did you have something else, dear?
Which is a really awesome idea, because I came up with it, but be careful, because some of that stuff you can't take across the border into Canada.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a bummer, because it doesn't have the proper labeling on it and stuff. So when I called customs, they said, yeah, you probably shouldn't bring that across the border. It could be questioned.
Yeah.
So that's all I have to say about that.
So we're gonna eat it all before we get to the border, and restock before we get to the border. And I forget how much meat they said we can take across the border.
Well, 40 pounds if it's properly,
yeah, 40
labeled and stuff per person.
Yeah, 40 pounds per person. excuse me, but it has to say, like, you know, made in the USA. It has to have
original commercial packaging.
Yeah, and it's original commercial packaging. So, but it sounds like if we get to Alaska and we catch a huge halibut, then we are allowed to can that and bring fish back. They said fish is a little different. So, anywho, we'll see. But yeah, that's it. I did want to give an update, but again, there's really nothing eventful going on right now. Just, again, last minute prep. But we do have a beautiful view while we wait, which I showed you from our arrival yesterday. So, yeah, just kind of hanging out and, you know, ready to pull out. And we'll update you when we get to Baton Rouge. All right, Tom, want to say bye? Oh no, he is munching on Pringles.
Bye.
Bye.